What's going on, everyone? My name is Candleman Jones, and welcome to another game review. As I said that I would record it. Granted, it wasn't an immediate, like, a week after upload, but I did promise I would do a review. Anyways, man, welcome to the review for what is probably my favorite mobile game that I've ever played. And y'all already know. You see it right there in the thumbnail. My review for Candleman by this great studio right here. Right there. Give some credit to these guys, man, because honestly, this game was completely more than it looks. There's so much to say about this game. Honestly, man, before we get into it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification down below. Also, this video is sponsored by Rogue Energy. You know, it is absolutely getting hotter and hotter after a while. Summer is inching in closer and closer every single time. We are getting closer to June, you know, so it's getting hot. And for me, when it gets hot, I need something cold to drink. When I need something cold to drink, I normally have Poggers or I have Rogue Energy. But with Rogue Energy, it does give me a bit of a boost, you know, especially since it is the drink for gamers, you know. And y'all can get 10% off. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% off with my code Rogue Panda 10 of any purchase, and the password or the code is ROGUEPANDA10. 10% off any purchase, any flavor. And honestly, man, let's get it cracking, shall we? And also, be sure to get your drink on when you guys drink Poggers or Rogue Energy. Honestly, man, Candleman. A game so great. I have to say it 4 more times. Candleman, 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 Candleman. Y'all get the reference? Anyways, this game is so much fun when I played it. Like, when I saw the screenshots at first, before I installed it, I was not I was not intending to do a full series for the Candleman game. It's like originally I wanted to play it to really like show it off a bit, you know, to let y'all know like, hey, here's another one-off video. But it's like after the first chapter, I was so invested in what was going on with the story and with like the way that everything looked. It's like something pulled me in, you know. It's like, you know what? I'm going to continue playing this game, you know, because normally when I do a one-time video game or one-time game video, I just play it one time, show it off, I delete it after. But after chapter 1, I was so invested in the story, and obviously after the first chapter, I was blown away with the graphics, with the way that it looked, with the narration and the gameplay mechanics. So honestly, if you don't know what Candleman is, it is a game solely about a little candle man, a man that is a candle, completely curious about his identity, what he is, why he burns, until he notices a lighthouse and he is completely like tempted to visit this lighthouse in hopes that he can shine as bright. But obviously it wasn't going to be just one hop, skip, jump and already there. No, there were so many chapters to get to. I think it was like after chapter 9 when you made it. You know, it's like chapter 9, you finally made it to the lighthouse, and then everything completely changes from there. And then you play for 3 more chapters on escape, and then realization. And obviously, man, this game was so much fun. It was an absolutely great story. Now, graphics aside, it was gorgeous to look at. The colors were super vibrant and gorgeous to look at. The way that the maps were, like the maps and the chapters were laid out, it was absolutely amazing. You know, especially with some obstacles where your fire, the candle fire, like lights up your path. You know, it's like it's clear one moment and it looks like you can fall off, and then when you light your fire, like a path appears. You know, and like as if the fire creates a path, and that was really brilliant. I really thought that it was really like intriguing how the platforms were made that way. And obviously with the plants becoming like dangerous despite the vibrant, colorful looks, and they were very pretty to look at. The plant life was like really fascinating to look at, but at the same time dangerous, and the super bright map where the lighthouse was super like shiny and glass-like, especially with the sound. It sounded as if you were walking across glass, but it's like at the same time, like you were like reaching face to face with this lighthouse, and it becomes like this like destructive being, and everything becomes like dangerous, you know, because this lighthouse is destroying your path with the intention to destroy you, you know. And the way that it uses its lighthouse light to like burn through platforms, like it was really intriguing how that map was made, and the gears melting and cracking and shattering, you know. It's like that whole map was really cool and difficult as well to play through. But honestly, graphics aside, the game looked gorgeous. It was beautiful to look at. And as for gameplay mechanics, it was really fun. You know, it's like you use your fire for a whole lot of reasons. You collect a lot of candles to like finish these little poems and stuff that every little section creates. But it's like these candles also help light up your path, you know. So it's like it really helped like everything become more clear and see like along the way, you know. So it's like it was really challenging but fun. Character wise, the candle was really intriguing. It didn't need a voice or any like specific details to really show what it is and its emotional depth. You know, it's like it really gave you an idea that this candle really has an identity crisis and wants to become as bright as the lighthouse. So it's like the story was really great. It was really touching, and obviously in the video I was like kind of tearing up a little bit at the end. You know, it's like I didn't expect to be tearing up, but like the game was truly like a spectacle, you know. It was truly a spectacle of a game. I really enjoyed it. Story-wise, it was great. Narration, much props to the female narrator for the game. You know, really like bravo on her work on it. You know, it was really like interesting to hear her narrate the story and the candle. You know, so it's like, honestly, this game was so much more than just, you know, like it was more than just a platform game. It was more than just a like explore, go to the lighthouse, fail the lighthouse, and then try to make your way out. You know, it's like it wasn't a game about destination. It was a game about You know, it's like it wasn't about the destination; it was about the journey. You know, the obstacles were not supposed to be easy. It was not supposed to be, you know, like a quick run there and back. You know, it's like it was so much more than that. It was not about reaching the end or collecting all the candles. It was about the journey and like being amazed by everything along the way. You know, it's like some people play games, especially platform games, just to get through the obstacle, make it to the next level. But no, it's like me, when I played it, I was so captivated by how everything looked, by the beautiful looks of everything. The flowers were like vibrant, beautiful to look at, really intriguing, and how every map was made, and including the brick area. I can't remember what chapter it was, but y'all know what I mean. That whole section was really intriguing to look at, you know, and it's like it really looked like stone, you know, it's like it really had that stone look and sound with a little metal candle holder like smacking against stone, you know, it's like it was a really intriguing sound and look to the game. And honestly, man, it's like this game, it was, the way that the game was done, it was absolutely like amazing. I'm happy that I played it. I'm happy that I recorded the full series for the game. You know, it's like graphics, it was a 10 out of 10. Gorgeous to look at on so many different chapters in so many different ways. Character-wise, the candle and the lighthouse, really simple, like, characterization. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, it was really challenging making it to the lighthouse and then escaping the lighthouse. You know, it was tough, man. It was absolutely like challenging to get away. And the candles, obviously, they were more than just, you know, collect these along the way. So, you know, you collect them to continue or finish the poem that every section of a chapter creates. You know, so it's like it really irked me when I missed some to a point to where I had to play that level again. But each chapter was absolutely breathtaking, and the music was really nice. You know, it's like it was really simple, but at the same time it really fit the mood of everything. And honestly, man, this game, it was just breathtaking. You know, it was not just a journey. It was like a full, enjoyable story that I really thoroughly loved every bit of it. Every chapter was great. Every section of every level was really enjoyable to look at. This game, it was breathtakingly good. And honestly, I would absolutely recommend that people play this game because it was so much fun to play through it. It was so much fun to really explore the story. And I'm happy that I did the full playthrough and completed the entire series and gave you guys every single chapter, because the idea was to really give you guys a simple like playthrough series that wasn't just slashing enemies and beating up bad guys and stuff, you know. It's like it was not about like, it wasn't some violent game or anything. It was simple, it was enjoyable, it was calm, it was relaxing, you know. It's like you didn't have bad guys to beat up and kill or anything. You didn't have like these epic console games or anything, you know. So you got this simple, fun, calming journey that just feels relaxing to enjoy. It was fun, it was chill, puzzle based, but it was still enjoyable to watch. And honestly, man, like, it really gave a different perspective of video games being about the journey, the storyline, and that it didn't have to be this big like console game like God of War. Spider-Man or anything like that. Like, it could be something simple, calming, beautiful to look at, and enjoyably fun. And honestly, I'm happy that I had a good time playing it. It was a really fun game. It was really captivating to watch. The story was really great. And honestly, man, to the developers in Beijing that made this game, much applaud and much love, y'all. It was absolutely impeccable. It was a flawless game. Granted, it was challenging, but I mean, it was supposed to be challenging, you know? The journey wasn't supposed to be simple. The journey was supposed to be tough to get through, because obviously every journey has its obstacles, and that's what I loved about it. It wasn't supposed to be simple. It was supposed to be challenging, and you gotta figure a way through those challenges to progress. And I'm happy that I did. I'm happy that I completed it. I'm happy that I got every single candle and perfected that game. You know? Granted, it was challenging, but it was still enjoyable regardless. But honestly, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this series, you know? I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed every bit of it. So honestly, for this game, man, with my final thoughts, I would absolutely say that this game was a solid 10 out of 10 candles for me. It was absolutely fun to play. And obviously it got a lot of good feedback on Metacritic, Xbox, PlayStation. You know, a lot of people really gave this game a lot of high praise, and I'm happy that they did. Unfortunately, it is one of those games that's just buried under big conglomerate games from like big console companies and stuff, especially since not many people really play mobile games all that much. And it's a shame, because a lot of creators make these mobile games to entertain people on the go, or to have something fun that they can play in the palm of their hands with a nice screen. Granted, it's not a big TV screen, it's not a big, you know, console game on PlayStation or anything. I mean, it is, but it's like, my point is, it was a great mobile game regardless. And it doesn't need to be great. It doesn't need to be a big PlayStation game, Xbox game, or PC. It could be something simple and fun on mobile, and I'll still be able to enjoy it. But honestly, this game is without a doubt a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know what y'all think. That was my review for Candleman. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think. I will see y'all in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.